given a bribe. As an activist for over 30 years, you can expect that people in power would have tried again and again to silence or win Sowore over to their side. Here are 4 of such instances. Number 1. Abiola. Many Sowore supporters do not know that Sowore never voted for Abiola.
Never participated in any election until 2019. 2019 was the first time I voted. Yes, I registered to vote in 2018 and voted for myself because I was one of those young people who didn't believe in politics. Partisan politics. I saw politicians as evil people, not to be associated with. But after doing Sahara reporters for a long time, paying about 5,000 articles, I discovered that media by itself cannot change the country if good people don't go into government.
He only came out to protest when Abiola's mandate was stolen in 1993 election. During one of those meetings with Abiola, Sowore was offered a bribe of 800,000 naira, which he refused.
I remember your role you played when the late MKO Abiola came to your school, and after the role you played after your talking, he singled you out that this young man called him for me. So what really happened then?
He asked me to come see him. So I went into the room and I saw the big politicians there. And I told him immediately, before the big politician came, he said, young man, I like what you are doing. We want you to keep organizing for us. And he brought 800,000 naira.
And we are talking about what year now?
This is around 93. So I told him, I said, Chief, you heard me outside speaking about corruption and all these corrupt people that you're walking around with. Do you think we are supporting you because of your past records? We are supporting you because there's injustice done against you. So how do you expect me as a student leader to walk away here with 800,000 and I can still keep my independence, keep my voice, and keep my head high? He said, no, I just mean, the way he talks. I said, Chief, I'm not here for that. Even you, with all your money.
At that time, the June 12th election had been annulled?
Yes.
Okay.
So, at the end of the day, he said he's very sorry. It wasn't because people have been coming to collect money, and that's the reason why he was offering me money. So, by the time we came to his house next time, he singled me out again to stand behind him. At that time, the politicians had started abandoning him. So, he said, come. He wanted to have an interview with John Momo. John Momo was the person who was the first anchorman at Channel State. He did everything by himself. So he said, let the young president of this radio come and stand behind me. That was the reason. And that day I was wearing slippers. That was a video that is all over the place now that's gone viral about me standing behind Abiola in 1993. He said, you are a young person with integrity and I see you going places. Come and stand behind me while he was doing the interview. And he acknowledged me. I actually never knew that the photo existed or any video existed of me and Abiola until one morning somebody just woke up and said, John Momo had uploaded the thing on YouTube and I should go see it. And I was surprised because I'd been looking for the photo. I thought it was a photo, but the guy who took the photograph was at Vanguard. He died, so I never got to see the photo, but I saw a video of me standing behind Abiola, and but it was because when he was offering money I rejected it. I said, no, we're not doing this because of money, we're doing this for the future of the country, and we don't think the military guys have a right to annul your election. A few weeks after that, Abiola of course was arrested and he died in
Number 2, Babangida. While Babangida was head of state, pro-democracy activists like Sowore, who were student union leaders, made his rule a living hell.
And as a young activist,
they will be start from structural adjustment program. And we they protest against
SAP
in the SAP. When Babangida go bring this in SAP, structural adjustment program economic policy. So they can't go collect loan from the World Bank. Say they want reduce number of universities in those days. They had all kinds of plans. So now we're going to say we don't need loan. Because Nigeria was selling oil enough to take care of his education. Why do you go and take loan again? Now we first fight against these loans where they collect all over the place because we know that the loans will become a problem in the future for the country. Now where we start with that, 1989 we do anti-SAP riot. For 1992 we do Babangida must go.
I think I remember all of that.
And 1993 we do June 12th. For 1998 I do Nuga protest.
Sowore led over 5,000 students in protest against the Nigerian government, which was the military junta of General Ibrahim Babangida in 1992. During the protest, the police opened fire and 7 persons were reportedly killed. According to Sowore, during these times, Peugeot 505 was shared among students' union leaders, but he was never interested in such.
I'm not new to these people. I started as a student activist when money could have bought me, when they were distributing 545 saloon cars to student union leaders under Buhari, under Babangida. I've never looked back since then. I've done this for 30 years.
Number 3, Jonathan. It is no news that Sowore has repeatedly said that Goodluck Jonathan, upon assuming office after Yar'Adua's death in 2009, sent his foot soldiers to convince him with cash and appointment to work for his government as a thank you for exposing Yar'Adua's death and the cabal who didn't want him to become the president.
I've never received funding from politicians before of any time. In fact, if anybody tried to give me money, it was Jonathan when he became acting president, came to the US. He sent a guy, Imani Boro, to New York with stash of cash. Imani called me, Imani Boro, I'm mentioning his name, is still alive. He said, Mr. President sent me to bring you money. I said, who's president?
Jonathan and his people started cooking up this way that I'm working for Tinubu simply because they couldn't bribe me. Between Tinubu and Jonathan, who bribes more? Tinubu does, Jonathan does, but Jonathan had a federal purse. But this is where I will shock you, Stanley. When Jonathan was denied his mandate to become president, when the Yar'Adua people were doing this, it fell upon me and others working as our reporters to fight every day to let Jonathan become president. You can verify that. And when it was over, he sent Oronto Douglas to me that whatever I wanted, I should ask him, that they should ask me to pack my things and come to Nigeria. I told him, I said, I don't have the tolerance or temperament to work in government because I will say my mind and you drive me out the next day. So if you can do us a favor, govern Nigeria so well. You know what Jonathan's first act in office was? The way I took the presidential jet to Lebanon with a woman called Bola Shagaya to go and buy gold. That was my first report on him, and he got upset with me. After that, he sent a guy called Imani Boro. That was like, Jonathan is in this thing, he asked me to come and see you. Just so that you understand the period, was the period there was ash in the skies in America. So I told him I'm going to California. When I came back, he said he's still in town because the ash will not allow him to fly back. You know, the volcanic ash. Yeah. And he said, but Mr. President said I should come and give you something. I said, what? Because I'm taking pains to expose these things to you because sometimes it hurts me. But I understand it, that Nigerians, every time they see the truth, they will go with what is false. And the truth in my case is that you've known me for 10 years. You think the federal government of Nigeria, we know that I have a relationship with Tinubu, they won't be able to produce a telephone conversation with me and him. Or with all the security apparatus in the country, they can't find where I'm meeting with him and collecting money, as I say. No, the reason I'm able to do what I do is that I don't give a damn about any one of them.
In 2011, listen to me. In 2011, when there was a president from the northern part of Nigeria who was sick, and his wife and the cabal didn't want the power to shift to Jonathan, who was the vice president at that time. Without being told, without being asked, without being tapped, I worked to ensure that justice was done. And Jonathan became president. And I have said it repeatedly in a lot of interviews. Right? Jonathan sent messages to me and said, I couldn't believe you did this for me. Can you come home? Send a run to Douglas. It's late now. So can you come home and be with our government? I said, I can't work with the government. I didn't do it for you. I did it for my own conscience.
Number 4, Buhari. A delegation led by Ismaila Issa Mtwa tries to talk Omoyele Sowore out of his call for revolution, for which he was detained illegally by the Buhari government for over 4 months in 2019. The delegation comprised of Issa Fatwa, who is now late, accompanied by Vanguard publisher Sam Amuka, Buhari spokesman Garuba Shehu, and Unduka Obiangbena, the owner of This Day and Arise TV. It is worthy of note that Sowore refused to compromise or sell out.
I declared that we need a revolution. And I was arrested. And I did not renounce it. Even when they sent a delegation to me in detention, led by Issa Funtua and Garuba Shehu, to ask me to renounce revolution, I refused. I said, it's not possible until we find a country that belongs to all of us. And they said to me, Issa Funtua said specifically, he said, nobody has ever fought a government and won. Very arrogant old man like that. I told him, well, maybe for the first time you find somebody who can win against the government. I don't know if it's me, but I know this system is not sustainable. For 5 months, they couldn't find anything on me. They came to me with a delegation asking if I wanted to get out, I should strike a deal. I refused. Go and ask my lawyer.
So what sort of deal was that?
After they left me, they asked them, when they were asking for what I wanted, I said, I don't want anything first. And secondly, I said, you can't have a conversation with me without my lawyer present. They flew to Lagos to meet with Femi Falana. They told Femi Falana, according to Femi, that they wanted me to apologize to Buhari so that they can let me go. And Femi told them that for sure that would be suicide. Since that day, they came to meet me and they met Femi Falana. They didn't let me make a phone call until I was released.
That is it for this video. Thanks.